Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how I would book Stephanie Vaquers' Women's World Heavyweight Championship reign from now until WrestleMania 42. To start off with the November 1st edition of Saturday night's main event, with how the match between Stephanie Vaquers and Roxanne Perez ended last week, with Stephanie Vaquers brawling with Raquel Rodriguez and getting jumped by the Judgment Day and Nikki Bella coming to the save. I do think this is going to end up being a Stephanie Vaquers versus Raquel Rodriguez match for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. I do think that Stephanie Vaquers will beat Raquel Rodriguez, and then, like usual, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez will jump Stephanie Vaquers, and yet again, Nikki Bella will come to the save. After she comes to the save, this will lead to a Stephanie Vaquers and Nikki Bella versus the Judgment Day the following Raw after Saturday night's main event on November 1st. I think before this match happens, Nikki Bella and Stephanie Vaquers are in a backstage segment where they are preparing for their match. The Kabuki Warriors say something that ticks off Nikki Bella and Stephanie Vaquers, but they just go out and do their match. Of course, as we all think, the super team of Stephanie Vaquers and Nikki Bella gets the win over the Judgment Day. But before they can even celebrate, the Kabuki Warriors jump them, and the Judgment Day jump them. A returning Rhea Ripley and Io Sky come to the save, and the show ends with a huge brawl between the team of Nikki Bella, Stephanie Vaquers, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky, and the team of the Judgment Day and the Kabuki Warriors. Over the next few weeks on Raw, things build up between the two teams, and things also build up between Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. AJ Lee helps Maxine Dupree get the win over Becky Lynch, and Maxine Dupree becomes the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. This angers Becky Lynch, and the next week on Raw, while AJ Lee is backstage, Becky Lynch jumps her and takes her out of action. Team Judgment Day wants to get a one-up on Team Stephanie Vaquers and Nikki Bella. So they go and they manage to recruit Becky Lynch to their team. The next week on Raw, the Raw before War Games, both teams are out in the ring, and the heel team, aka Team Judgment Day, tells Team Stephanie Vaquers and Nikki Bella that they are outnumbered until AJ Lee's music hits, and it makes it a fair 5-on-5 for War Games. After that, it is time for War Games. The two teams are ready, and I do think that the face women's team is going to win this match, because I do think that the War Games match will go a lot different for the men's, because I've gotten some information on that today that I will talk about in a future video. But I do think the heel men's team is going to win, and the face women's team is going to win. I'm not too sure who's going to get pinned here, and another reason I think that the women's team is going to win is because it just looks far too stacked to lose. I'm not too sure who's going to eat the pin in this match, and I'm not too sure who is going to be the one getting the pin this match. Probably Stephanie Vaquers, though, will probably be getting the pin. And possibly somebody like Raquel Rodriguez gets pinned. But this match is going to be a banger. We all know it's going to be if this happens. I think for the most part, after this match, everybody goes their separate ways back to what they were doing before, except the Judgment Day, and Stephanie Vaquers and Nikki Bella will not be feuding anymore. Now, for the December 13th edition of Saturday night's main event, I do think Stephanie Vaquers and Nikki Bella will have a match for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. I think their match will be one of the only championship matches on the card, because they are probably going to dedicate this night to John Cena. So I do think this match will be kind of quick, but it will be a banger. But I do think Stephanie Vaquers will retain in this match. Also, I forgot to add that Nikki Bella will get this match by asking Stephanie Vaquers for the match backstage, the Raw after Survivor Series. After Saturday night's main event on December 13th, it's time for Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber season. I think within this time frame, they take it easy on Stephanie Vaquers, and she maybe has 1 to 2 title defenses before this, and the title defenses are against rookies from NXT or something like that, so she just easily gets the win and whatnot. And then, of course, when the Royal Rumble and then the Elimination Chamber come up, she will not be in them because she is the Women's World Heavyweight Champion. But who I think is going to win these? The Royal Rumble, I think the winner will go after the Women's Universal Champion, which could very likely be Tiffany Stratton still. And the winner of the Elimination Chamber, I think Rhea Ripley is going to win it, and Rhea Ripley will face Stephanie Vaquers at WrestleMania 42 for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Now for WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas. This match is going to be great, and this match is highly anticipated from a lot of people. I think these two women are going to tear the house down in what could be considered a dream match for some people. But I do think Stephanie Vaquers is going to get this win over Rhea Ripley. She's going to retain the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, and she is going to cement herself as a top star in the WWE.